Welcome, peeps, to another episode of the Nosedive podcast, episode number 22. And we have quite a special edition because things are coming to an end in Europe and endings are always new beginnings. Mark, how have you been?
You made that sound so dramatic for a second there. Everything is coming to an end in Europe. With everything that you see on the news right now of drones in airports in Denmark and Atlas 3i or whatever it is heading into the bloody, you think, Jesus Christ, the world is
Got to
coming
keep
to
some excitement.
But you got to keep on trucking. And I'm well. I'm good. I'm excited for tonight's episode, and I'm excited for tonight's guest who has been on the podcast a few times now, and I think, quite frankly, is now just taking the piss of the environment that we're about to chat to him in. It should be interesting. I'm really pleased, actually, on the feedback we've had from Luke's episode, which was our last episode. Lots of people have viewed it. Lots of people have commented on how nice it is to see Luke and hear from Luke, and how absolute of a genius, probably a mad genius, he is with his builds, and it's received great, really positive feedback.
I love his mad professor vibes. It's really, and his creations are so cool. He's really a guy that I look up to, because handy dandy guys like that, they really deserve a little bit of light.
No, exactly. And he even said himself about, that he's just, he's just welding shit together and stuff like that. And loads of people 3D print stuff now, but you can't 3D print a one wheel. And the skills that Luke have are generational skills. People have been doing shit with metal for a very long time, and for a very long time that will continue. I am just intrigued. I would just like a little peek maybe at some point in his notebook, if he has if he has such a thing of, we've seen the next build with the suspension. What are the other things he wants to build? If that is, you build your big passion project, what's the next things? But we will see in good time. And we'll see how quick his build goes. Hopefully at the next Shred the Shires, which I think is his set date for the end part of that build. So it just shows how long it takes to make these things, really.
Yeah, it always intrigues me. I actually started my career in metalworking 20 odd years ago. My first jobs were in factories, welding. I don't know how you call it in English, but it's like milling and turning and all metal processes. So it's really cool what he does, and it does take some time to get those things together. So all the respect to him.
It does. I mean, it's been a busy week in my little world of, where is it on the screen? That little thing there that I try not to mention too often, and I've gotten really good, but unfortunately, I'm going to do a real cheat here, in that I'm going to save myself the editing of a video so that I can say that right now, ladies and gentlemen, as you are listening or watching this podcast as it goes out, tickets for Shred the Shires 2026 are now available.
Woohoo!
There you go.
So
the early bird tickets will be out from the 1st of October, and there will be a hefty discount on that ticket price. So head over to shredtheshires.co.uk to grab your tickets now for what will be our third iteration of Shred the Shires, and absolutely definitely going to be our best. 100%. With the plans that everyone is looking into right now, it's going to be epic. So being cheeky, throwing it in there for an advert, so I don't need to do a separate advert. Save myself a bit of time,
Yeah, definitely.
Let me just ping our guest a message, because he hasn't seen the last one. We are waiting in anticipation for his arrival. But saying arrivals and stuff, are you packed yet for Portugal?
Yeah, the boards are packed already. I did have run into some issues because I was doing a session last week with a good friend of yours, I assume, with Simon from the UK.
Yep. No, Simon is not too far away from Shred the Shires. Let me mention it again.
Indeed. So I hooked up with them. They were coming with some of the boys to Europe just to do a little weekend tour. And I've been chatting with Simon a long time now over YouTube. He was one of the first guys that started commenting on my videos a couple of years ago. And that's how I got to know him.
I'm drop calling our guest now so that he pays attention through WhatsApp on my phone.
Put on that lighthouse over there and get a message through, old school style. Light signals. Ding, ding.
Absolutely, yeah.
Does he know Morse? Otherwise,
I'll tell you what, I know what to do. Someone tell
Yeah, in the group.
Fábio.
Let's do it. To get online.
Let's fish him out. If you hadn't guessed, ladies and gentlemen, we are seriously filling for time, and I might even edit most of this out. But our guest is Fábio from the One Wheel Algarve race, One Wheel Algarve tour. He's currently on the tour, and they have gone out for a group ride simply because they were supposed to be arriving to the hotel now, but due to the Swiss riders being so efficient and making things happen on time, they arrived an hour and a half early to the hotel.
Wow.
So now they've all buggered off for a ride. So the plan was to chat to Fábio round by like the hotel pool with everybody around there. And instead, they've all gone out for a ride.
Yeah,
and we don't have a Fábio to talk to, but we're getting there. Might hopefully, he's seen the messages.
They might have a Lars there.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is
Hello.
hello.
How's it going? Wait, give me a second. On my wrist cards. Because we are riding. How you guys doing? All good?
All good.
We're here with a few. Here's Clint.
Hey, Clint.
Hi, guys.
I assume he can't hear us. We've got headphones in.
Hi there.
How are you all?
The sunset has been amazing. We've been riding at pace.
Oh, yeah.
You've been riding, making good time.
Yeah, nice. We've heard that the Swiss guys are in between for that. So
yes, yeah. We got a few Swiss guys. So thank you, Switzerland, for being on time. Actually, we were. So yeah, right now it's 7:25. We left 10 minutes ago, and on the chat we said group ride leaving in at 7:15. And I was there at like 7:10, and the only guy that was there was one of the Swiss team members, and the next two guys who arrived were the other two Swiss. So there you go. You don't mess with the Swiss guys. But how are you guys doing?
We're good. You're currently out on the tour then. How many people have you got on the tour this year?
So this year, counting with the staff, we're a total of 29 people. We had a few hiccups on the way, so we're currently not 29. Someone missed a flight yesterday, so they're arriving today. Someone was a bit sick, unfortunately, so he couldn't join from the start. He's going to try to join halfway, hopefully, if he's feeling a bit better. There's always something. But the crew is having a great time. They're just chilling over there.
It's an 8-day tour this year, yeah?
Yeah, from Wednesday to Wednesday. Yeah. We're technically just riding in between the Wednesdays, because the first Wednesday, yesterday, we still ride, of course, but we take the train to the border of Portugal and Spain, around 100 kilometers that direction. And then today we rode all of those kilometers to here, to Faro. And then we'll keep riding in that direction for the next week.
Yeah. So how many miles will you cross in the whole?
Around 300, give or take, kilometers, not miles. I have no idea how much that is in miles, to be honest.
Okay.
But it's around 300 kilometers. Some people do a bit less, some people do a bit more. This year we have a surprise for the guys over there. They don't know it, but when we reach Sagres, which is the end of Europe, essentially, we're going to take everyone to a spot on the interior of the Algarve called Monchique. It's the highest point in the Algarve. We have a spa resort there. We booked some massages for everyone at the end of the tour. It's going to be very, very nice. And we're going to do some rides in the forest, some spa in the afternoon, massages, and then everyone's going to end the tour very relaxed. That's the plan for this year. Yeah.
Perfect preparation for what is coming after.
Yeah.
For the exhaustion of the One Wheel race and the apocalypse races and the infinity races and
all of those things. Yeah. That's gonna be fun. A lot of race coming. Bit scared about all the crazy riders coming along. We have an unfortunate record of the most ambulances called so far. It is what it is.
It is indeed what it is. So let's talk about that. I'm very conscious of phone battery life and signal and everything else.
Yeah.
I've been kind of going through a lot of the rankings, and you very kindly sent me a list of everybody that you're aware of that are currently coming. There might be some late comers to the final races. And obviously, as we've always said, it's not just about the races. There's also other events happening. But You've got a Groms race this year. That's the starter.
Yeah, and that wasn't planned. That was actually decided at Shred Shires, funny enough, because all the UK Groms that were racing, they ganged up on me, like all the Groms around. I thought they were gonna beat me, and they almost did if I said no, we're not doing a Groms race. But yeah, they were asking, are you doing a Groms finals? If we win, are we qualified or something? I'm like, well, if you say you're going, we'll just do a Groms race, and it was decided right then and there because I was a bit afraid for my life.
To be fair, most of them are bigger than most adults.
But yeah, we had to stick with it now. So yeah, there will be a Groms race as well, a Groms finals. We have setting up to be the same prizes for all three main categories. So I think that'll be a nice thing for the Groms.
It will be, and according to the list, you've got 7 Groms racing.
Confirmed. Yeah. If we end up having an additional Grom at the spot, we will fill them up for the wildcards as well, which would be nice to have 8 Groms, 16 women, and 32 men. That was the plan initially. So if we are able to get as close to that as possible, it would be amazing.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, absolutely anybody's race, really, because I've sat down. I always say there's no prep. I have actually prepped this time because I am really intrigued to see, and I want to see, and I'm not going to be there, but I would like to be able to see who is going to win these races, because when you actually look at the Groms, they've all had podiums. They've all finished first, second, or third, every single one of them. And when you go through the actual numbers, and there are some very fast riders in the Groms. There are some insanely fast riders with the Groms. I mean, at Surrey, the Henry who came first was only a few seconds slower than the adult, races. It was just insane.
They're giving up. They're giving the adults a run for their money. So these Groms next year, a couple of them I think will be 15 already. So they'll race in the adults.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'm thinking about retiring. So yeah, we'll see.
You can't retire just yet. You keep getting into the top 32.
Yeah. Right. So give me just 1 minute. I'm gonna get these guys going so we can ride. And
this is not going to go
well.
With
ready for a ride? Chatting with Vinny and Mark on the Nosedive podcast.
Yo, guys.
Special edition.
What's up, Vinny?
How cool is this?
All right, everyone. Okay, let's gather the group. Everyone, let's say hi to Nosedive podcast.
Hi, Vinny. Yo, guys.
We love you, Vinny, Mark.
We are live. Do not swear.
We are not live. Mark is right. All right. Well, I think we can do the little pump track that was there, the dirt pump track. We can go this way. Whose water is that? Is it mine? I guess maybe it's mine. I don't know. All right. So yeah, let's keep riding a bit. Vamos ali a pump track.
Escaping the mosquitoes.
Yes, this is almost as on the headache as doing a live recording at Shred the Shires. I think I'm going to regret this severely.
So, yeah, this will be a tricky edit for you, Mark, but that's not my problem.
No, it's my migraine. Don't worry about that.
No, I cannot hear a thing you're saying. Wait, let me stay to the back. I did say that I could not guarantee anything regarding audio. So okay, yeah, you were saying something before.
So yeah, we've got 5. The 5 guys coming over from the Dorking Dickheads, as they call themselves. Zach, Rihanna, Henry, and Maximus, all competing, all insanely quick. But then you've also got Noah in there who if Yaffa manages to actually tweak the board properly, because he always seems to be working on Noah's board before a race. Always seems to be working on that boy's board before a race. If he gets it, Noah is fast as well, and he is steady. Yeah. He is a very, very steady. And then not to forget, you got Thomas, and I'm going to butcher Thomas's surname, Stovgaard.
Yeah. He's well, I'm not going to try to butcher his last name either. So I would ask Lars to say his name, but Lars is currently at the spa. At a hotel.
What a typical Lars move.
Nick. Yeah, those 2 guys. We were like coming on a group ride, and Nick was already with spa towel and everything ready for a nice time. And like maybe tomorrow. Yeah,
No.
maybe
That's an
tomorrow.
AI image I might try and create. Nick in a towel, maybe not. So
No,
moving
lots of
from
ideas.
the Groms to the ladies,
Yeah.
you've currently got
The-
6 ladies
Yeah.
lined up.
Yeah, I know there's at least one more that is coming, so she will probably get the wild card spot. Hopefully, we can get a few more to join last minute, but yeah, unfortunately, we were trying to get 16 women would be ideal. We even made a nice bracket for the women and everything. If unfortunately we cannot make it this year, we'll do with what we got. But the women are very, very strong. They've been improving so much over these last years. I think of the women, the one that I've seen improve the most, I think, is definitely Chen. I remember seeing Chen the first time at Float the Highlands, the first Float the Highlands, and from there to now, just
An
through the
amazing
roof.
ride.
Yeah, amazing. And then all the others like Barbara, Jess has been also very, very, very impressive performance. I mean, Dan is a bit crazy, so it's probably rubbing off on her. So she's winning a lot of races, and yeah, Kate being last year's season winner is also a very strong component. Alicia is unfortunately not joining, which would be also one of the main ones. She couldn't join, but yeah, the women are definitely stepping up this year for sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, I rewatched a couple of the final races of the ladies' races, just because when you look at everybody's names on a board and you think, oh, you know, when you look at, for example, Kate, you know, she came 4th at Shred the Shires, 3rd at the Float Connection, 4th at the Swiss race, 2nd at Danish. You think, oh, that's not great. But when you actually look at the Swiss race, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th were seconds, and I'm talking like 5, not even 5
race,
seconds apart.
Yeah,
that was a
could've been anyone.
lose it
Could've
at
been
the
anyone.
line race. So that was anybody's
it was.
race, really.
Yeah, it could have been anyone. I think was it Diana and Chen for 1st and 2nd. I don't have the list here. Yeah, and it was just like millimeters, and then Kate and who else was it?
What is on my list? Jess.
Kate and Jess. Also super neck and neck.
Stupidly close.
Yeah, it's we're getting super close races, which is fun. Those races are the best ones.
I honestly don't think that the men's races you can give a few names. The ladies' races, it can't be called. It cannot be called this year as to who's going to, because
no.
If you did a main theme of all of the conversations we've had with everyone, and it's how much the ladies have upped the game, have been training, physically going out and going, I'm going on a training ride. This isn't, I'm going out for a ride and seeing if I can hit a jump or something.
That's insane. Yeah, they really stepped it up. And I think everyone in general, all categories, all riders have been really stepping up more and more year after year, which is amazing to see. So who knows where we'll be in a few years? We'll be flying off.
Probably, yeah. We've seen from the videos that quite a bit of dirt has been transported to the racetrack. So what are the plans there? Anything you can reveal?
I mean, there's a big feature that we've been working on since pretty much the season started. And we've created a new section on the track. So in the track, there was an area where it was just bushes and trees and everything. And last year we did a single track on one of these areas in the track, because there's multiple areas that are not used for the main cross-country running that they do there. The city gave us permission to do some work on one of these off-track areas, and it was so well received from them and from the local club in the city of the bikers. They've been using it a lot. They've added some new little things of their own, which has been great. And so this year we had the idea of adding another section, and since last year's worked so well, they were more than happy to let us work on it. Yeah, it was not like when I told the guy that, we're thinking of bringing an excavator to the track to add something. It was like, let me think about it first, and then I'll get back to you. But ultimately, he went there to the place. We talked, we explained the plan and all that, and ultimately he said, okay, let's do it. We'll let you guys do it. And We've added a new single track section, which is more flowy than the other one. A lot of berms in the single track. And then at the end, there is a long speed section. So the single track starts with a drop. You go into a lot of berms, and halfway it splits into two. We try to make the two lines as identical as possible. Of course, there's always some discrepancies, but we're going to need to work on that after getting everyone's feedback. Then at the end, those two lines will go straight ahead, very, very fast section going down. And then we have built two giant piles of dirt there with a space in the middle where you have to really get some speed to clear the space. Otherwise, you'll fall in a hole, I guess. So we'll see if it works out. I mean, we didn't really have as much time as we had hoped to water the gap and to let it really settle in. So I'm honestly a bit worried about that. If hopefully it won't get too destroyed during the races. But obviously, we already have plans of during wintertime maintaining it, and then past the small rain season that we have here. Hopefully, this winter season will be big with a lot of rain because we really do need it, not just in general, but also for the track to compact the berm. Yeah, for next year, I think that will be super, super solid. And this year, we're going to have to work with what you got. It is what it is.
Yeah. Sounds cool, man.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
It sounds absolutely wicked, man. It sounds wicked. I just want to throw in, just because we mentioned some of the ladies, Jess, Barbara, Kate, Chan. I want to throw in, and to be fair, I'm going to get Quirene's name wrong because I said Quirene about 15 times, and her mum just kept calling up and going Quirene. I was like Quirene when I was on the mic at Shred the Shires, but Quirene Posno, dark horse. She is quick. And she even send it sorry, she had a nosedive off the line, got up and came in third.
Yeah. And so that's the beauty of our sports. Like we've been getting like new riders who in all categories, and they've just been showing up, and they have such a massive improvement. Also in the men, we have a couple that come to mind, and it's really anyone's game. It's like last year with Torquil. That's the best example that I have. He didn't want to come to the finals. He just won Danish games. A lot of people wouldn't give anything for him. And then he showed up, performed very well, almost got to the finals in his first official race against the best of the best. So maybe that will help to Quirene. Maybe that will help to the new riders in the men. We don't know. Anything can happen in the races, which is the fun part of it. And in this year's track, we're trying to make all the features to be ridden by multiple riders at once. We have passing opportunities pretty much everywhere. Some of the features we've made twice. So we really took that song to heart when they say Shakira, Shakira. And we couldn't just leave it at one Shakira. So we built another one, and they're right next to each other. So you can overtake someone on one or two Shakiras. You can overtake someone in the single track when it splits into two. You can overtake someone in the chicken lanes. You can overtake someone pretty much everywhere on the track.
Yeah, interesting.
That's something that we really want to try and improve more.
Okay, and staying on topic of the girlies this year, will they need to take the obstacles? Because I think last year they were taken out for the finals of the ladies. So this year, do the ladies have to expect an obstacle course or a race course?
So this year, taking that into consideration, because last year was really a shortcoming on our side, because we were thinking, it's the finals, it's the best riders, they have to do the obstacles. But a very important thing is that the best riders in the men were 16 out of 100 and something, and the best riders in the women were 8 out of 16. So that's a big difference, right? And so when the ladies got there, they pointed this out, and I was like, I'm an idiot. How did we not think about that? But it's some of those things where there's so much going on that sometimes small things, they go above your head. And so this year, the ladies can do all the obstacles, and we've added chicken lanes into every single obstacle. So if one of the ladies is comfortable enough and brave enough even to do a couple of the most challenging features, they will have such a massive advantage because the other ones will have to do the chicken line. And we even have a feature on the chicken line, on one of the chicken lines. And we even have a chicken line for that feature. So there's a chicken line. So no excuse. No excuse.
And there is the name of the episode, the chicken line.
Chicken line. Chicken dinner. No, winner, chicken dinner. That's the word.
Yeah, man. Sounds like a treat.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Well,
Yeah, man.
you've
So,
got
yeah,
to go to the
it's-
extra extreme for the final, haven't you? You've got to take it up an extra level, and
Yeah.
having a chicken line is an extra level. I
Level
love
up.
it. Absolutely brilliant. A little bit of Portuguese chicken going in there.
Yeah. Well,
Put it
the
in Nando's
name of my
line.
parents' restaurant. The name of my parents' restaurant is Royal Chicken. So we thought let's just bring more chicken.
It's the Royal Chicken Line, man. It's the Royal Chicken Line from now on.
Chicken line, yes. And then we'll add a third chicken line, which is the Royal Chicken line that you go straight into the restaurant and you sit down because if you take it, it's like, yeah, maybe you chill at the restaurant. I think that's something we need to think about.
Real.
Bottle.
Nice.
Oops.
Excellent. So let's
Right.
move on to the men's race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, God, I sat down. I've literally on my notepad here. I've written down. I've got the top 10 riders, all the positions that they've come in, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and all the rest of it. And the top 5, 6. No, fucking hell! It's anyone's race. It really is. You said it yourselves that anything can happen. And last year, we all know what happened last year to someone's board. I won't say what happened because I don't want to jinx it, but something happened to someone's board and he couldn't race.
Anything can happen.
So
yeah,
I mean, a point, not a point to prove, because we all know that Alexis is an amazing rider.
Oh,
but
100%. I mean, he has maximum points on the leaderboard.
It's crazy.
So, yeah. There you go. Well,
yep. So he's on the leaderboard. He's 750, and then there's some rando dude called Dan Turner with 558 after him. You know, and
I know that guy is.
That's a big gap. And then even poor old little Jay Kenwood has only got 500 points.
Yeah. Jay could have gotten a bit more if you went to a couple more events. 100%.
Absolutely.
I think so,
but that's key, isn't it? You've got to get to the events to. It's not
we
one
have
of improving your fast. It's improving your racing, which is what a lot of, when you look at the ladies, they've all been to sort of 2 or 3 events. They've not just upped their game in the riding skills. It's in the racing element that you have to get good at. And it's all good and well going fast in a straight line and fast when it's a single feature, when only one person can hit the feature at a time. But now everyone's looking at doing double features at Shred the Shires. Tickets available 1st of October at Shred the Shires. We're looking at doing double width features for every feature, which is going to kill me during the winter. But it's got to be done. Everyone is getting so much quicker, and everyone wants to be able to overtake at every opportunity. So it's anyone's race. Even some guy called Fabio's up in there in the 5th.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit well. That guy there. I think it just goes to way too many events. I think that guy just goes to way too many events. That's why it's always in the top 5. To be honest,
his positioning not great. To be fair,
I'm obviously counting myself out of the main contenders because it would look honestly really bad to win my own event between ourselves. So I'll just take the chicken lines. I'll give the other guys a chance. I don't want to be that guy, who wins his own event and everyone's like, oh, rigged. So,
I mean, I will just point out you came 6th at Wacky Reels, 14th at Shred the Shires, 16th at Float Connection. The numbers just keep going down, to be fair. So we'll stop. We'll get to Swiss and say 18th.
Yeah, just like to try all. That sounds super bad. I just like to try different positions and then see what it's more comfortable,
Yeah.
Danish One World Games.
That's what it's all about.
You did well, Danish One World Games. But there are other guys in there. I don't know the guys that come on. Can't even read my own handwriting, let alone the guys. Is it Nico Wonderlin? I don't know. Came 2nd at Swiss.
Michael,
unfortunately, got the news recently. He will not be able to join us. It's very unfortunate. He's technically still in the age of being a Grom, so that just shows how good he is. I think he's 13 or 14, but
Oh wow.
Cool. And he cannot travel by himself. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I would really like to see Michael be here, and plus he beat me at the race in Hungary, so I want to get him back. But yeah, Michael won't be here, unfortunately.
And is it Vastamil?
Blast is another one, super crazy rider, very good, but he might not be here as well, unfortunately.
He's
from the
got
Czech Republic
wheels as well. So I was intrigued to see these guys, see how they, because they've just done Swiss race and wacky, and I wanted to know against the big guns on a fresh
there's
track.
Actually a few from the top riders who unfortunately will not be able to attend. Also, Marian is a very good rider from Slovakia who will not be able to join us either. There's quite a few. But then we also have quite a few who just showed up out of nowhere this year and are right there at the top. Like Joel, for example, also Geki from Italy. Geki's not quite as high because he didn't go to many events. But yeah, we shouldn't sleep on those two.
No, I've got Joel down on the list here. I mean, he's got a 7th at Shred the Shire, 6th at Swiss, and 3rd at Send It Surrey. But the guy can land a jump. He's the high jump champion of 2 events.
Yeah. I heard Dan tell me a funny story about him. Like, was it maybe at Send It Surrey that he was doing like all of these crazy jumps, and then the day after they were chatting, and Joe was like, "Man, my leg's really hard today," and then I was like, "No shit, bro.
Yeah,
have you seen what you've been doing? Like, you've been jumping super high with a super flex on top of everything. Yeah, that's a heavy board. It has strong legs.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what does it mean? Explain to people out there that don't understand. What does it mean for the guys at the bottom of the table? If you've got quite a few people that aren't now making it that were on the list, are we doing loads of wild cards? How does that work? How do the guys that are?
Yeah. So first thing is we have a very funny thing, which is a tie for position 31 and 32, and it's a 5-person tie with the same exact number of points. So yeah, that's interesting. Internally we've been discussing that, and we decided it would be way more fun to, instead of getting maybe 2 of those only, we would get those 5 riders to do an initial race on Friday before the day before the finals, which would be a tiebreaker. So those 5 riders, and I think we'll have 4 of the 5. I think one of them will not be able to attend. So if we end up having the 4, those 4 will do a tiebreaker race, and the first 2, so first and second place of that race, will be qualified for the finals. Then the other 2, the 3rd and 4th, will have a second chance to qualify by participating in the wildcard race. And the wildcard race will be for anyone who has bought a ticket who is not in the top 32. And on Friday, right after the tiebreaker race, we will just randomly put those people into brackets. Yeah, depending on they are, I think there might be some people who have a racer ticket who didn't participate in the league. We're going to have to check in the next days after we get back from the tour. But if they're all participants from other events, we can maybe take their points into consideration and make brackets that are more fair. And from there, depending on the number of spots we have available. So let's say, for example, if we have 5 riders in the male category who are qualified, but they said, no, I cannot go to the finals. So we have 5 vacancies. So in the wildcard race, we'll make heats, some brackets. We will race until we have the top 5, and the top 5 will be qualified for the finals. I think I'm not sure. I need to check on the notes, but I'm pretty sure it will be 7 or 8 out of the 32 who cannot attend in the men. So we might have like 7 or 8 wildcard spots for the men to do some racing and qualify for that.
Yeah, Vinny and I have been doing this podcast for nearly a year now, and I've never seen Vinny concentrate quite so much as he just did. Mr. 67 in the league, heading out to the races, thinking, hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute. I think you have a chance.
My time to shine.
With my blockage in my lower back, I don't think it's worth the risk.
Well, Lars knows a good spa. Lars and Nick probably know a good masseuse by now. They can probably sort you out.
We have the hotel here. There's somewhere there in a nice little spa, having a good time. We're having dinner in 30 minutes. So,
and I would have to ride that out on either my growler, which is going to Portugal, or my Vesk, which is now still in pieces. So it would be my first ever ride on that machine after almost a year.
Beginner's luck then.
There you go.
But I mean, I'm looking at the list. I know a bunch of guys that are going that aren't in there. But you got Gergo himself is going in there. You've got. I'm just trying to go through the list and seeing a few names there. Clint, who is just in the background there. Clint's far.
Yeah.
Man, what a year not to go. That's going to be the race to watch. The wildcard races, man. That's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah, I think those will be super fun. Those will be very, very fun. I'm very excited for the tiebreaker and the wildcard races. I think those will be really, really fun.
Think so
for
too.
Sure.
That is absolutely excellent. Fabio, you've got your dinner coming up in half an hour there. And your data on your phone is probably now completely gone.
Almost. I can see the countdown going, but it's fine. I'll put it in charge in a bit.
We'll let you go because it's one wheel time, so you'll either be half an hour early or half an hour late for your.
Well, funny enough, we've been around 1.5 hours earlier on the tour. So
excellent, man.
There you go. Yeah.
It won't continue. It won't continue.
We'll see. Depends on how late they go to bed today. Yeah, it's early morning tomorrow.
Yeah, it's already dark out there. I see behind you. So
I've already started to see the people's early morning posts on Instagram of heading out for a ride, and it's sort of 5:30 or something stupid like that.
Yeah. We get out of the hotels at 6 a.m.
Pooh.
So
feisty.
It's early, but it's worth it.
You say that, and you send me messages going maybe next year, Mark, and you tell me you've got to go riding at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hang on a minute. I work from home.
Even the year after the next
and
year.
walk into my office at 9 o'clock. Like some days I don't even get dressed in the morning, and I've got to get up in the morning. Oh, we've lost Fabio's recording. Hang on a second.
Are you still there?
No, Fabio's got an incoming call.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here.
We're back. We're recording. We're back.
Yeah. Somebody was lost on the tour, maybe.
Somebody's lost.
No. I jumped in the water because I'm right next to the water as well.
Was that Lars and Nick ringing you, telling you they've warmed up the massage oil and they were just waiting for you? Head off. Enjoy the rest of the tour like a working holiday.
Thank you. I hope you guys have a fantastic time. And if anyone's watching this before the race, buy your tickets if you haven't. And we'll see us very soon.
See you soon,
Fabio.
mate.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
What a guy. Always amazed by what Fábio is able to pull off in his mighty fine Portugal.
I mean, his brain must be thinking almost constantly about one wheeling. I thought I did it all the time with our event, but with the tour, with the race as well, it's not just organising the championship race; it's organising the events within the race to make the one wheel Algarve race an event rather than just the championship riders, and then throwing the tour for 8 days before. The logistics of that, when he's come on and explained it before about the charging in the middle of the towns and
crazy
stuff. Nah, man, that's a lot of logistical work in, and then obviously still with a full-time job at the same time, and working alongside Ben at Float Life Europe as well, which we will get them on. I've asked Ben to come on and have a chat after all of the shenanigans of the tour and everything else is all finished. We can get them in the winter months to come and chat and talk about how that was formed. But he's a busy guy.
Yeah, definitely one of the busiest bees that we have in the community, and making things happen for people. Always in for a laugh. Such a joyful person. He's going to almost all the events in Europe. With your respect to what Fábio is bringing to this community and what he's sharing with the world.
Exactly. And if you listen to that and if you listen to the conversation, he's also planning for next year's championship race already. he's already saying, that'll be nicely bedded in for next year, and we can work on that, and that'll look nice then. He'll be there throwing the grass seed down or something,
to get it all fixed in there. But
Absolutely,
I've
right.
seen some really cool videos of indeed cranes and dirt moving, and I know the track a little bit from last year, which was already very interesting. So very eager to see what upgrades they did and how they are handling the track. I will definitely be making a follow the track video for the people who are interested in how the championship track will look like. I will go through it and we will discuss all the features as well. So
looking forward to seeing that. That will be absolutely brilliant to look at. It's a great track. It's a great place to go. And everybody that's going out there, I know there's a lot of UK riders that are going out there that have not been before. They're going to have an absolutely wicked time. They're going to understand what we have been talking about.
Yeah, and the vibe is just wicked also. Not only the race stuff that's going on, but also everything around it. Because last year, a lot of people thought it was just a championship race, but there's so many things going on. The Infinity race, the mass race, the beer race, whatever they can come up with. There's
and
also
there's all the little places to ride around, not just the cliff riding is spectacular, but I did
amazing.
a couple of rides with Nick and Si Oppenheimer last year, and they're just the little trails and stuff, just to go out and see stuff. And then you randomly pass someone on a one wheel that you wouldn't normally do, and it's just it's a great place to go. Everyone's going to have a lovely time, I'm sure of it.
And the one
not saying that feeling bitter at all.
Competition that I was really looking forward to. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna be able to compete, but each year they also have the European Best Trail Rider competition in the Algarve, and as you know, we have quite some really cool trails, and Fábio has some challenging sites over there. And I still remember the first time I met Fábio. The first time I saw him dropping into one of those trails was off of a boulder like 2 meters high that went straight down into the trail. And I was like, okay, is that possible on a one wheel? And since then, Fábio has been taking people along on those journeys and those spots that he knows in the backcountry of the Algarve. And it's just so wicked to get a chance of throwing yourself down a wicked piece of slope and snatching a prize even with that. So for the people who are not into racing, that's also a thing in Portugal.
Definitely. And hopefully spectator sport there.
And hopefully some freestyle as well. I've seen some plans. Don't know if they are coming together, but we'll see if there's some freestyle as well.
And there is also a pub quiz.
Ooh, I've heard about that.
Yeah,
snatched that idea.
It's merrily stolen from Shred the Shires. To be fair, Fábio came to us and he went to me and Nick at Shred the Shires, went, would you do this at the Portugal? And we both went, yeah, all right then. And then, of course, I've not been there. But I do not apologise for my part in what I have created for the quiz. I apologise one little bit, and I'm glad I'm not going to be there because there'll be some very confused people when they look at the imagery that I have created. But it's. I've seen some of the questions are not easy. It's going to be a good pub quiz.
I'm looking forward to that actually, because I had to miss out on that in Shred the Shires because we had to leave early to get the little one to school. But I really am looking forward to joining that battle because it's always cool to have like a quiz with some familiar faces and questions.
Yep. Nick is going to be your hostess with the mostess. And I think it's going to be a good evening for you guys. Definitely. It's going to be interesting. The picture round, especially, I take pride in creating the parts of the picture round and the music round as well.
That's very promising. Should I be? No. Okay.
No, cool. You'll know a few faces in there. Maybe.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's been good to have a laugh. It's good on the muscles, I must say. Some laughing therapy and just having some social connections.
Definitely. Are you driving there? Sorry, I know we're trying to wrap up, I know, but are you driving down there?
I'm flying there. Portugal is a bit of a long drive, even for us. It would take us a very long time and a lot of money to go through France, Spain, and to get to Portugal. So flying is pretty easy. You just fly there 2 hours, you land, take an Uber to Albufeira, and you're
40 minutes, I think it is, and it's dirt cheap to get an Uber.
Yeah.
from the airport.
So
I've done it before.
the only hassle that we kind of have is to get the boards there, but luckily we have Radim this year who's passing with his van through Europe and he's picking a lot of boards up.
To try and describe this, Radim did a little map in the chat, didn't he? Go, anyone's got within this rectangle I'm driving. So I don't know whether he's sort of going suddenly 3 times the distance to drive in between these different countries. But
it
good
is
lad.
a bit
Well
of
done for him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, it is a bit of extra distance, and we've tried to like gather boards on some fixed points so that he doesn't have to ride all over.
Yeah,
and it's good. Like people pay him a little bit of money, he makes sure that the board gets there safe. We have comfort and of ease that the board will get there, because with the mail you never know.
Well, exactly.
So it's a bit of a lottery.
I know the UK riders have used. I think they've used like a home removals like company to get the boards over there this time, rather than posting. Or Nick took a lot of boards last year but couldn't do that this year, so I think everyone finds a way eventually.
There's always a way. All right, I think we can round up at that thought. I'm really looking forward to going there. Really will be missing you there, Mark. We'll be shredding in your name all the way. Nosedive podcast.
Hopefully I'll be fixing my board because my parts have arrived, so hopefully I'll be putting that together.
Looking forward to new parts and new. Is it going to be a level up or just similar?
It's going to be the same motor, but I'm putting in a whole bunch of Fungineers parts.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah, it'll be fully vesked.
The V word. Okay,
a little bit of DIY.
Let's close it on that one. Good luck on the Vesk shenanigans, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Don't know who's the guest going to be. Don't know when we're going to drop it, but it's coming. Mark, take it home.
Enjoy Portugal. So everyone that's listening to this, and keep your nose up.